Oh, I love Google phones. Oh, I love the new Pixel 6, but I love Apple stuff. I love Apple devices. I love the Apple iPhone. I love the AirPods, and I love the Mac. And the new MacBook is made for people like me, creators. You've done that so well, but Google, you've come in at a price of £500 for the Pixel 6 and £849 for your top-end flagship that's got the new camera and the amazing software, and you're going to be able to take sales calls for me. But Apple, you build things with quality, and you make it so good, and it's just so reliable, and it works with everything. Tell me I am the only one out there with this issue. On one hand, we have the software giant that is Google, and they produce, I mean, even this is the Pixel 3 XL, and they've just produced that new Google Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, and it's a big ass phone. You've got small hands, you're going to struggle. But the software that they put on it, that new translation thing, the camera, the 50 megapixel camera, and the true tone to get different skin colors so accurate, and the software and the speech and the always listening for music at the bottom, and those features, and these £99 pods, and it's just, I love the feeling, I love the look of Android 12 and the way it acts. But then Apple, they then go and release the MacBook 14-inch and 16-inch with all the ports again. Apple did it in a way that, we've given you SD card reader, we've given you the MagSafe, and we've given you the Thunderbolt 4, the USB Type 4 ports, and you can do, and Apple did it in a way like they were doing us a favour. Apple, you took the things away and made us buy these dongles that made us all go crazy. And I kind of think, damn you, Apple. And then you do that and you bring out the MacBook with a notch that doesn't have Face ID. Didn't quite get that one. However, I kind of get it. It gives you the screen state. I think there's going to be mixed reviews. They always do something, Apple, that create mixed reviews. But they've given us the SD card port back, and they've given us MagSafe. I mean, that is one thing I just never got my head around. Steve Jobs said, when you're walking past your table and you kick the cable and you drag your laptop off and it smashes, out comes MagSafe and it just pings off. Just phenomenal idea. And then it gets removed. And I kind of never got that. Now it's back. Thank God. Not that I've ever kicked my laptop off a desk, but it happens. And now they're giving us the SD card reader back. And I kind of think they've given us the keyboard back that we wanted, rather than these butterfly things that they had on the previous. And they're doing this. Now they've really kind of pushing these HomePod minis, and they're giving us different colours. And I'm watching these events, and you feel, if you're like me and you're tech savvy and tech mad and you love this stuff, and I know I suck at reviews and I'm sorry, but I'll always give you the truth. And then I watched the Google event, and I don't know about you, but I was expecting a lot more from Google. I was expecting to see a watch. I was expecting to see some other bits, but it was all about the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. Maybe there's a lot that they've got riding on this with the new Google Tensor chip and their software integration with the hardware. And I watched Linus, a YouTuber, well, actually one of his fellow people did the video today that I watched, and the title is Google is trying to be Apple. And I had to disagree. I had to make a comment. It infused me to make this comment. I disagree. I really do disagree. I don't think Google is trying to be anybody but Google. Google is a software house, and what they do with their software is amazing. But now they've been given this capability with the chip. Now some people are saying it's just the Exynos chip in disguise because Samsung make the chip. However, it is a Google chip that does things that Google need it to do in Google's hardware. In the terms of it's trying to be Apple, I disagree, because Apple, they produce amazing premium hardware, and the software that goes on it is built into it. But I don't think that software, although it's very stable and they stick with it and they keep developing it, it's a bit like a Porsche 911. They just keep the same thing going until it becomes just a rock solid car with a few little bugs here and there. Whereas Google tend to spice it up a little bit, chop and change. I don't like the chop and change so much, you know, I wish they stick with something. I mentioned that in my previous video, but they make it a little bit different. They're about the software, and the hardware's kind of, you know, but now they're all kind of moving into the same direction. And I think I mentioned in my previous video that, you know, the thing that would stop me going pure Google is the fact that I use Final Cut Pro for editing. And, you know, I think I found an editor called Wii Video or something like that, which is a Chrome-based editing video thing. It looked really good, but it still doesn't give me the capabilities that I get with Final Cut Pro. And that's the issue. And what I was saying about Linus, you know, saying that they believe it's... I don't believe Google is trying to be Apple or Apple is trying to be Google. I think Apple is very, very good with what they do in their ecosystem in how they do it, you know, and I think Apple have got their way of doing things. And they do produce good premium quality products. You know, the AirPods, they are, you know, I did a video, if you didn't watch it, I'll link it in the description below, are so much superior to these Google Pixel Buds. However, they are £249. However, Apple has just released so this is a strange one. They've kind of released a middle of the range. So we've got AirBuds Pro. We have these middle of the range, and we have the Pro ones. So we've got these middle ones that kind of give us much more better sound quality and everything else. They look really good. The HomePod, I don't think anything's kind of been updated apart from they put some different colour mesh on there to give it, and the top looks a slightly different colour. So, you know, it's nice, it's, you know, it fits in, you know, rather than just having plain black and white, having a bit of colour back in our lives, which Apple seems to be bringing back from the old days. Maybe they are starting to listen. But you can't escape Google. And Google are fast becoming an ecosystem, a big ecosystem, you know, because they've got the smart speakers, they have the business side of things, they have the health. I was hoping to see that watch, you know, I don't quite know. They've got the music, you know, they do have a lot more than Apple in terms of what they produce software-wise. But Apple, obviously, they are producing that premium look and feel. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, and you know, it's good for us, the consumer, to have that choice. But sometimes that choice can be so frustrating because, on one hand, I love what that does and how it does it, and the always on display and the music that it tells me and everything else. I love all that, and Apple doesn't do that. But Apple just does that, and it integrates all nicely. That makes my life easier in what I do, from moving from my computer to my phone, from my phone to my car, from my car to my TV, integrates into that ecosystem really well. And you kind of get caught in this lock. Now, you know what, guys? I don't know. I just watched the two events. I was blown away by the Pixel. I feel a bit let down that we didn't see anything else. Apple did the MacBook, which, thank God, at last. However, you want to buy that thing and you want to spec it out for what you need, you're talking £3,600. £3,600. That's a lot of money. But it is a premium product. You know, when you can get a Chromebook for like £200, and majority of the time you are just documenting, you know, and You can use the Google apps on it, you know, so you've got your business stuff. But that editing I need and the card reader, and that's my issue. I'd love to know what you think. I mean, I don't know if you're a Samsung, if you're OnePlus. Is it just about the phone for you? Or is it now, like I think, about the ecosystem? Is it about simplicity in our lives, you know, from being able to just put my AirPods in and just go onto my watch and press music and work out and not bother with my phone, and I'm free and to do what I want, and then come back and everything's there on my Mac that I've kind of been doing, and you know, get into cars and all that kind of stuff, but at that premium cost? Or is it more for you just the phone? Is it just the phone? I don't care about the computer, I don't care about TV, it's just the phone, as long as it does what I need it to do. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this. But I think it's heating up. I think it's getting good, and I think it's becoming that choice. You know, we don't need to be spending Samsung's £2,000 on a flip phone that goes into a tablet. I don't know about you, but I don't get that. I could probably just, I mean, you do have the phone, and I don't know. I am blown away in one respect and let down in others, and very confused about the whole situation. What about you? Let me tell me all about what you feel, how you feel about all this. What is your preference? Are you a Google ecosystem and Google fan? Are you a Samsung? Are you Apple? And why? Please hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback on this. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like, and also as well, check out my other channels. I do food reviews and I do finance, trading and investing. Please check out, give them a sub. Look at those if you enjoy them, and I'll see you next week.